It is October, it is chilly, I'm wearing a sweater. It's gonna be hot later today though, so this is kind of wishful thinking. I finished my first bullet journal this last week. I'm very excited about it, and I actually have teamed up with the Wright Planner Company to give away some of these journals today. This is not sponsored, all thoughts are my own. She just gave me the original journal to try out and some journals to give away to you fine people. At the end, I'll tell you how to enter the giveaway, so stick around. I am of the opinion that this particular journal, it's the Dot Journal from the Wright Planner Company, is really kind of a good situation if you're a brand new bullet journaler. I finished this. I've tried other journals. I have a Leuchtturm, I think that's how you pronounce it, I attempted to bullet journal in. I have a Scribbles That Matter, not the one I'm using now, but the one that I started with that I attempted to bullet journal in, and both of those fizzled out for me. And then when she gave me this one, I decided to give it a shot. And I think the reason that it was easy for me to finish is because the pages are smaller. I'm pretty sure that the most standard journals people use for bullet journals are like A5 size, which I don't know the actual measurements on, but I know that this is 5x8 and this is smaller than that. It's at the very least, the pages are skinnier and maybe a little bit shorter. It's less to fill up. Like when you bullet journal on a page, you don't have to fill the whole page up. I mean, you can fill the whole page up, but there's less page, if that makes sense. So there's that. The second reason is they're shorter than a standard notebook. This only has 100 pages, each individual side, 100 individual sides, which is like half as big as most other journals, at least, that I've seen. So you have less pages to fill and they're smaller, which means you get through it faster, which will give you that sense of triumph and completion when you actually finish something, which, to be perfectly honest, I felt. The only real problem I had was that my last week of bullet journaling, I felt so much like crap that I didn't really do much in it. But by the end of it, I was like, fuck it, I'm done and I'm over. But I will tell you that just in terms of size, I think that this kind of a notebook, a smaller notebook, is an excellent starting place if you're brand new to this and you're worried about not being able to get through an intimidating ass fucking thick notebook. So the paper, according to the website, is 70 pound. I really enjoy this paper. As you can see here, I wrote all over my future log, and if you look at the other side, you know, it's good. Not really even any shadowing. With the highlighters and shit, like you can see here, little tiny bit of shadowing on the highlighters that were filling up my time tracker on the other side, but not any bleed through, just a small amount of shadow, barely something to even mess with. So this paper is nice and thick. I like it because it is really, it's white, which might not sound like, might make sound like wallpaper is white, but no, all paper is not white. Here is the difference. This in the front's the Leuchtturm, this in the back is the Wright notebook, and you can see that the Leuchtturm is like a cream, and the Wright Planner Company is a white. Like, I don't know exactly how true white it is, but I know that it is whiter than most of the pages in the other notebooks. So if that's something that you care about, like the whiteness of the paper, which some people do, that's a good selling point. Now, the covers, this is like the perfect bound situation, and this is the one area that was really hard for me to deal with. These covers do not lie perfectly flat. Like, you can't even train the book. Like, the pages will start boinging back. It doesn't lie flat. The reason for that, from what I understand, is that these covers are waterproof, which is great if you have kids around. But if it annoys you that pages don't lie flat, then I would take that into consideration. And the light is now streaming in and I look angelic as fuck. I'm trying to film this in the morning so that I can actually get it done. And seriously, like, what the fuck? I gotta adjust myself here. All right, I moved around. The light is no longer, I don't look anymore like a magical angel, but we're gonna soldier on because I need to get this video done. The one that I use, the Dot Journal, because one of the cool things that Rebecca is doing for the Wright Planner Company is she is offering customizable planners, which I really like. And she's started it, I think, because she's an academic and she couldn't find something that really suited being a college level academic person schedule. So a lot of her planners are built around that. But you can change out like what you get in it. And this one, the Dot Journal that I'm using, it has 80 dot grid pages and then 12 of these lined like graph paper pages in the back and then some blank pages. Now, I am of two minds on these. I think it's really cool that there is a variety of pages in this journal, but if you're used to doing things one way and then you get to the back, it gets kind of irritating. The suggestion I've got from some of you in the comments about putting my collections in the back and then just going straight through with bullet journaling, like starting from the back for collections, that would actually be a really great usage of the graph pages in the back of these planners when the format changes. So that's just a thought. She offers a variety of covers. The ones she sent me, like this one I didn't see on the website. But this one is like a pink polka dot thing, which I think is adorable. There's a watercolor cover, which is beautiful. And then there's this one, which is kind of a, I don't know, like it looks almost like linen. And she actually sent me a few different things to look at in terms of journals, but I will show you a couple of aspects of the pages. So in the standard dot journal, one of the things that you have is you have a margin, like you have a title area on the top on every spread. And I actually use that to put like quotes and things like that in my bullet journaling. And then there's little areas for numbering on the bottom. And then there's the dot grid, which is a really light gray. So that's interesting. She also has a jot journal, which is different than a dot journal. And this one is lined. And I know for bullet journalers, lined is generally not the one. I'm actually going to hang on to this one and use it for actual journaling, like not bullet journaling, but like write my thoughts journaling. You can see here it has light gray lines and then these like, I can't even see with the camera. Here we go. This situation up on top, which is kind of cool looking. And from what I'm seeing here, the jot journal also has the graph pages in the back and blank pages. And then the other one that she sent, which is going to be one of the ones I give away today, is the hybrid, which I actually think is really rad for people who actually might be like me and need to see like a month at a glance, not listed out, but like the drawn out calendar. The only calendars that I've drawn out in my bullet journal are for my doodling challenge. This pain in my ass, and I still use an Erin Condren planner. I use them in tandem so I don't need to draw a month in my journal. And it's ridiculous. I don't want to. But if you were just going to be a one book person, this hybrid comes with 6 undated months and they look like this. And so it gives you the month at a glance. It gives you some extra space on the side. You get some note space. You get some trackers on the bottom, and then you get like a to-do list area as well. So it's pretty comprehensive, and you get 6 months of that in this journal. So it doesn't take up too much extra. So you still wind up having the index page in the front, and you still wind up getting 70 dot grid pages after you use the calendar. And then there's also this kind of situation here. I think this is to plot the next half year. I'm not even sure how I would use this, but that's pretty cool. Overall though, after my experience of using this journal, I would say I really liked it. I did not utilize the pockets in the front. I did use the front extra pages as like a dashboard to put post-it notes on, but I just wrote in it and it worked really well. This, for a beginner, using this really helped me because it only took me 3 months to fill it up. And that's with barely putting any collections or anything. It's just weekly planning and like habit tracking and shit and challenges. So I didn't do so much. I didn't overload it, but it got me. If you're somebody who puts a lot of shit in your bullet journal, you could get through this easily in like a month and a half. So if you're looking for something as a beginner to try and to not worry about, I would totally recommend this. If you're not a beginner, I don't know if I'd recommend this or not because I don't have that perspective. I'm just looking at this purely as somebody who was a noob and still considers herself a noob, but is grateful for having this, and to Rebecca for sending one to me so that I could actually feel good about myself bullet journaling. So the giveaway, how's this gonna work? Well, I have 3 of these to give away. I have a dot journal with this situation on it. I have a dot journal with this situation on it, and I have this dot hybrid, which is the pink and white dots one. This is the one with the calendars in it. So I'm going to be giving to 3 of my subscribers each a journal and a pack of mild liners. I have 3 packs here, and I'm not sure which one's going to go with which journal. That'll just probably be random. But these are the 3 standard ones. I got these because I was ordering that other set that's hard to get a hold of, so I figured, why not add this in? All you have to do to enter this giveaway is to be a subscriber to me and leave a comment down below. I'm not going to count asshole comments, so don't leave one. But I don't care what it is. It could be eggplants. It could be your tips about bullet journaling, recommendations of planner people. You could be telling me all about the haircut you got. I don't care. Just leave a comment down below and be a subscriber to me. And next week, on Thursday, when I post my next bullet journal update, I will announce the winners. If you're waiting for an announcement of the winners to the Shop Your Stash challenge I ran in September, that's actually coming later today, and I will be announcing those winners in the Llama's Love Lettering group on Facebook. If you are not on Facebook and you're one of the winners, I will go find you on Instagram because I'm picking from there too. So there is that piece of business. But if you want to enter this to win one of these journals and a pack of mild liners, just subscribe, leave a comment below, of whatever you want that's not a dick move, and I will pick someone and you'll see it next week. Thank you so much to Rebecca at the Wright Planner Company for sending me these journals. I really appreciate it. They're awesome and they're great for newbies in bullet journaling. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.